Yes, greetings. This is DJ Second here with my video response to interracial relationships. Stay away from black men, part one, and obviously all other parts of that video series. Now, this whole business about being black. Earlier today, I made um, another couple of video responses. One was to a mixed race brothers video posting, and clearly the brother was very confused about which way he should focus his attention in life, due to the fact that he has suffered both sides of racial abuse, which left him very confused. All the parties on the show had valid points. Even the white sisters had valid points. The reason why I say there are valid points is because we live in a society where there are different races of people, including mixed race people. One of the greatest mixed race brothers that walked the planet so far, who spoke to us through his music, was Bob Marley, who's loved by everyone across the world. Not everyone per se, but I mean, in a generalistic type way. So basically, interracial mixing. I'm not even going to pass I'm not even going to give you my opinion on interracial activity. Just to say that I have now opted out of mixing my seeds outside of my race, which tells you that I have already, shall we say, have had recreational sex outside of my race, and so far there hasn't been any offspring. When I look at the situation, there really isn't any need for me to even have recreational sex outside of my race anymore. There really isn't any need for me to do that. It doesn't mean to say that if I run into somebody that I've had a relationship with before, that I'm just gonna walk past him on the road and don't say hi. That wouldn't really be social. I don't think so anyway. That's not the issue. What we have to look at are what the children that are produced from these interracial relationships, what are their psyche going to be like? Hence my video response to the brother that I was feeling his pain about. These are one of the areas that we could look at if we're going to go into interracial relationships. Why don't we think about the child? What sort of mentality is the child going to develop in the climate that we live in today? Just because I can clearly attract a Caucasian woman easier, and this is through my own experience, and there are a lot of brothers out there that can verify this. Through my own experience, I can attract a Caucasian woman a lot easier than one of my own sisters. It doesn't mean I have to really exploit that. I have exploited it. So in other words, I've worn a t-shirt, now thrown that away. The interesting thing about that video was the black girl, and we're using the word black very loosely, by the way, because in an earlier video response I did refer to this robe I'm wearing as black and the skin underneath it as brown, because this is what you can see. If I compare my skin tone to a chocolate bar, I would have to agree that I'm a brown man. Okay, that by the by. It was interesting to note that the lady sat beside the Puerto Rican or the Latino girl. What type of hairstyle did she have? Straight hair. She is so busy telling the Latino that she looks white. but the Latino didn't actually notice or didn't mention that, my dear, your hairstyle looks European, or it doesn't look like it belongs to yourself. So, without taking the focus on the subject at hand, we won't even go down that road. We can post another video about where that conversation is going some other time. I think the safest way to deal with this scenario, the safest way, keyword safety, is to think about a child should, in case the lady gets pregnant after, whether it be recreational sex between two races, because we've all got experience of racialism. Do we want it for our children? No. So what about this mixed race child? What sort of mentality are they supposed to develop? In a given climate that we live in today, what sort of mentality are they really supposed to develop? So that's where I think I'm going to leave my video response, and that's why I would strongly advise against it. We've only got to look at the good book, the so-called good book in the Old Testament, and all the advice that was given not to mix seeds. That's one way we can look at it. If we want to go down the sort of, the process of elimination that we always use, religion, then science, then common sense. So if we're going to go down the religious road to look for any answers, I had to mention Christianity. That was a background it came from. We've only got to look at the Old Testament. Time and time again, there always had to be a superhero that went to rescue the people that were given the advice not to mix their seed. And we have today's situation. So that's where I'm going to leave the video response. Okay, thank you.